Let's take a look at how to use the imperfect tense in Spanish. Remember, we have two tenses that are used to describe the past. The other is the preterite. So when we use the imperfect, we're going to learn this acronym PhD. Okay, so it's going to tell us how to use the imperfect tense. So the P in PhD stands for progress. The H stands for habitual, and the D stands for description. Okay, so what does progress mean? Well, in progress means something that was taking place yesterday, or something that was happening yesterday. Okay, so let's pretend that your friend Jose calls you or called you yesterday at 3 o'clock, and you didn't answer the phone, and then you meet up with Jose and he says, hey, what were you doing yesterday at 3 o'clock? And you say, I was swimming. Okay, maybe you're swimming in Lake Michigan or in the Caribbean or somewhere. Okay, so this action never was completed. It was just happening at some point in the past. Okay, habitual action. What does habitual action mean? Well, let me give you an example. This is me, so I'll write yo. When I was younger, I used to go to my grandmother's house. So this is her house, kinda. Here's my grandmother. And I used to do one thing in particular. Okay, this is me again. Okay, I'm with my grandmother. I used to do one thing at her house all the time, and that was I used to eat tacos. Okay, I used to eat them all the time. So what was my habitual action in the past, or what did I used to do at my grandmother's house? Well, I used to eat all of these tacos. Okay, so that means habitual action. Now let's take a look at description. Now, description can mean a few things. One, it can mean describing someone's characteristics. It could mean describing the time. It could be describing the date. It could be describing the weather, and it could be describing someone's age. Okay, so a characteristic. What does that mean? Well, let's pretend this person is short and this person is really tall. Okay, so we have bajo and alto are characteristics, so we would use the imperfect tense to describe someone or something in the past. Time, well, it's pretty much straightforward. Okay, so let's just draw a digital clock and the time is 3 o'clock. So if we're describing time in the past, we use the imperfect tense. Today's date is, let's just pretend it's el 5 de mayo. Big party day for Hispanics and Americans in the US. Unfortunately, it isn't really celebrated in Mexico. Okay, so 5 de mayo is a date, and we use the imperfect tense. Weather, let's see. I don't know about you, but I like the summers. Okay, so here's our sun, and if we're going to describe the weather in the past, we have to use the imperfect tense. Maybe you like the snow, so let's just draw the complete opposite. And here's my snowman. Okay, so if you like the snow, you're going to use the imperfect tense because it's describing the weather. And the last thing is age. Maybe the perfect age is 100 years old, right? We're all trying to live forever. So if you're describing someone's age in the past, you're going to use the imperfect tense. So learn PhD, and just like the preterite tense, you'll learn how to use the imperfect tense. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Hasta luego.